Hi everybody, welcome to America 2.0. How are you? I'm Mark. Alright, this is coming from America's freedom fighters. I brought this up about a week back about JADE HELM, about the Russia, about China and everything else, and saying how the same side that are putting the troops in JADE HELM are baiting this thing left and right and up and down and everything. And I mean, this post right here, as you can read, folks, this is one of the responses to it. I can almost guarantee you the JADE HELM is going to be mentioning the Florida, Pensacola training exercises will be mentioned. This is why I don't necessarily support this side of the argument, but if it's going to happen, it's going to happen without me and you individually anyways. But this is the bait right here, folks. And I'm not trying to say America's freedom fighters is baiting it, but this is the idea. Are we ready for a second American Revolution? Well, the idea is no, nobody is. Are we ready for a second American Revolution? What do you think? The voice of the people. Well, first off, the voice of the people says, I need to get to work. I need to get to my job, I need to get my kids, I need to get this, I need to get that. They're not worried about a revolution. In fact, they're really hoping these assholes need to hurry up and fix this shit so that they can get their kids to school and home and not have to worry about anything stupid happening. It's an unfortunate situation that I don't think that that's going to happen quite soon, and that very bad shit's going to happen very soon, period, end of story. And it's just a matter of time before it all comes together into one melting pot. Ooh, sorry. Alright. Basically what they're saying is, with the way things are going, are you ready? If it does come down, would you be prepared? And a lot of Americans are looking at this and they're complacent in their everyday lives to the point what government elected officials are doing, and most are saying it's okay. Well, it's not okay. It's never been okay. It never will be okay. The thing is, from time to time, the tree of liberty needs to be basically bled with tyrants and patriots. I know I botched that quote, but that is ultimately it. Everything that we have right now comes down to the problem of population. We have the necessity to provide for everyone, and yet we have a 28% prison rating in the United States alone, I believe that is. At any given time, 28% of the United States population is pretty much in a prison cell or going to prison. So that needs to be cut back, and the only way to cut that back is to repeal some of the laws which put harmless, victimless crimes in prison and everything else. And then that would cut back on some of the serious offenses too, because more people would be at work and they wouldn't be out causing problems, period. Now, if you're pissed off at your neighbor and his dog comes and shits on your lawn 6 days and you pull out a shotgun and kill him, well, that's you anyways. That's still going to happen regardless, so you go away for 3 to 5 years, you come back, and hopefully you can pick up where you get off, or where you got off, or etc. But this is what America's Freedom Fighters is saying, folks. I'm not reading this word for word because I don't want to put this in word for word, but basically they're saying there's a small group of Americans equipped and ready for an actual war against the government. But if you think realistically, the kind of preparedness we would need is staggering against a military that has manpower basically everywhere on Earth at all times. Considering technology and the scopes of our military capable, blah, 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 blah. Okay, they're talking about drones, satellites, helos, so forth. I don't think it would take 25% of the U.S. citizens. This guy is lying. You don't need to storm Washington, D.C., and you definitely don't need to do any of that. The same people that are running the propaganda are running the background, so that's going to be taken care of one way or another anyways. And our country hasn't seen a war on our soil since 1861. That's not actually true. Here's why. when Geronimo was captured in 1878, I believe it was, in 1913, he was getting ready to be paroled. He would have actually been witness to the First World War. Many people don't know that. And so Geronimo and the Indians fighting in the 1800s all the way up to pretty much the 1880s were still a big problem. I think the last big problem was like 1878. But what they're talking about here is the last time foreign troops have come in. So, yeah, that's true. I'm just going to put America 2.0 on record that I don't praise this idea. I do not give aid to this idea. But it's coming one way or another by one group or another eventually anyways. So that's the point. Whether or not you endorse it, whether or not I endorse it, it's coming down the pipeline anyways. Sooner or later, it's coming down so that they can wipe everything clean and start anew.